Yo, in Fury. I'm streaming in a bit, but yep, indeed we live. Let's go. Inform Twitch. Notification. Alright, well, here we go. Hello. We are live for another Supernova match after a bit, and we have got a semi-final here between two players. Uh, as usual, there's on one side we have Karin, and on the other side we have oatslice. Oatslice has the microphone, so let's talk to oatslice. Hello.
Yo, what's good?
Pretty good. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good, good. I've uh, missed a couple of races, so I'm really excited to actually get into one, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was the question I was about to ask. You've kind of you you're kind of in the semifinal, a little under the radar because you've just happened to like meet the people who quit. Which I guess it was gonna happen to someone, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like if if I don't win, it's because I'm just underprepared due to
Yeah,
just having
exactly.
less race experience. That's all. Like, not
Yeah,
a skill difference or anything. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I guess I was just gonna add like how much would you say you're like um equipped for this round? Since you did of course win 2 rounds based on four. How much would you say you should like you'll be able to stack up here? You think you'll do well?
Uh, Yeah, look, it's pretty hard to tell. Yeah, small
That's
sample
fair.
size, but I think I've got a decent chance. I've been playing a lot in the background. Just practice has been going well. Everything I've been trying to work on has been getting more consistent. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. And of course, um, is there anything else I wanted to ask? No, not necessarily. Karen is speaks Japanese, so can't exactly interview them. They do not know Japanese, my bad. Um, so I guess with that we are technically a few minutes behind, so I guess we should just get ready. It's like, so you say you are ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
All right. I'll ask Karen in chat.
God, I love this movement.
All right, Karen's ready. I'll do countdown both in chat and the talking, just to be safe. All right. So we will begin in five, four, three, two, one, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
And here we go. Let's grab the Karen audio because that's on Twitch, and we can do that. So we have got here a very interesting match. Karen's feed will be a few seconds behind because Twitch compared to Discord and all that. However, yeah, very interesting match incoming here. Oatslice managed to qualify past CJ Rocco Comero and the Dom Car on forfeits from those two players. CJ Rico had a controller issue and Tom Carr. It was already like 2 months since the tourney started. It makes sense. Sometimes you don't want to play Mario. So that's all pretty interesting. I mean, well, Karin has not yet has had to play every match. Has managed to get still perfect sweeps until now. 2-0 against Bizarrescape, and then it was another 2-0 against Bonova, and then it was a 3-0 against Finney. That Finney 3-0 was definitely surprising enough the most, like, probably the least quality performance Karin has displayed. However, was it a very weird time? I think it was 4 a.m. Japan, so it makes sense why that performance would be a little off. However, Karin did not manage to win those points, which is why. Wondering, LBRJ has gone, yeah, surprisingly smoothly for both of the runners. They do not seem to have started off on the wrong foot at all, which is always very nice to see. But yeah, Karin did in the first 4 races manage to get all 15s. In the race against Finney, there were no 15s, which is why I'm calling it a little slower. Oatslice did do one race all the way at the very beginning. It was against Newman B-Box. It was, I'm pretty sure it was a sweep, 2-0. It was close, I think a little bit, but not too much. And then Oatslice managed to qualify. And the opponents on Oatslice just disintegrated. So, in the meantime, oh my god, Karin having potential controller problems, controller switching problem maybe, controller problem, I don't know, because it was not scrolling through the text box there. Did get a Bowser dance, so that probably makes up for it. But yeah, Karin did get a few seconds on Oatslice at the beginning. The cycle in Darko was just a little faster. Did lose most of that time to not text boxing correctly. Karin still with that 1525 that kind of lies. It's like you'd expect a PB maybe a little faster from the performances given out. However, it's still in fact consistency above all else. Let's see as they both head into Wom's Fortress now. Oatslice getting Candleless and Karin also getting Candleless. So far, both of them have been pretty solid. No major mistakes of the sort. Owlus now. Both of them doing triple jump Owlus. And both of them landing it. This is going quite smoothly. I think Karin just 1 second ahead. It's really not a large amount. Not a very significant amount just yet. Both runners have done pretty much everything pretty right up until this moment. Here we go. What are we going to be seeing? Star grabs. Oatslice did have a bonk on the way to Wild Blue, which loses a little bit of time. And will bring Karin ahead into basement with overall 2 strong times into basement. Out of Womps, the times are quite solid, quite good. Oatslice, even though only 1 win in the tournament, the other ones were forfeits, so far has stepped up to the task of the semi-final. At least as far as the first 5 minutes of the run are concerned. However, here's Pitiless, big dangerous moment. The bombs are acceptable. Oatslice, this is super weird. Might still get away with it. Karin, much cleaner. Will be gaining significant time of that. However, Oatslice, very impressive. Managed to keep that bomb, not explode, not panic. It was a weird angle, but still managed it. Very well done. that could have gone south very quickly. I can't deny it. Holy. That was for real a clutch. It's time for them to redeem Klepto Star, which, as usual, both of them are doing quite well. This is a very high quality race here. This truly is best of 5, by the way. First to 3 wins. So there. Will they be able to keep this performance up today? Because so far, I wouldn't say it's been perfection, but it's been very good. To be honest. 626 or something out of SSL, 633. Pretty good times. Or should I say just a few seconds behind, however, mainly due to the pillarless. It was clutch to not be a death or a whole minute time loss, however, it was still kind of slow. Here we have a little bit of route variation. Karin starting off with the bully start. Oatslice starting off with reds, did miss the 7th red in the puzzle pieces, which will lose a very slight amount of time. Winner of this match goes to the winner final, which has Zandri waiting. Zandri, which has a 1452, is waiting in the winner's final. Did manage to qualify to it over Spinner about 20 days ago. Rapping very synced on the feed here. They're not actually synced in real life, but they're synced here. 9th star. How things are looking. Alright. Side up working out well for oatslice. Just doing the elevator start in the volcano. Here we go. The usual one is keeping up with the other. This is truly very high quality Mario beans in here. Getting the first point definitely sets morale. While it's just factually the least important point, there's the least at stake in the first race over than in the other ones, because in the other ones decide match point and they decide, you know, who's gonna win and all that, so they have the more pressure on them. However, of course, a race like this, it does set morale. Are you gonna be heading with a nice mind, or are you gonna be heading in with a oh no? Speedrunning is very mental at the end of the day. You need to perform the tricks, however, are you prepared to perform the tricks? That's the question. Because of course their nervousness can definitely decide the inputs that you perform in the controller. Anyway, they're both into HMC. Karin with a little bit of a lead, especially the volcano star was just, the movement was just a bit faster. Boss jump also going very well. For honestly both players. Oatless is doing quite well to manage to keep up with a very strong Karin run so far. Mistakes minimal. Honestly. These runs are very high level. Emergency exit and watch for rolling rocks. Only 2 stars remaining. Here we go. The GTM slide. Pulled off by Karin. oatslice goes for emergency exit first. Just 1 more star remaining. Rage runner. This exit time out of HMC looks very good. Potentially even PB paceable. PBable. Or Karin, I think. Right? Yeah. Oh god. Maybe I spoke too soon. Needs to back this up. Quite an impressive backup, I gotta say. Yeah, 1028-ish. Which I'd say is definitely PBable with a super strong endgame. Probably unlikely to see that in a race, because, you know, don't want to take too many risks. However, it is theoretically possible. No risk on the MIPS grab. Punch grab from oatslice does gain some time back with it. I did not quite check what oatslice's exit was. It was like 10 something, 10:30 something, which is still really good. This is truly one of probably the better races in Mario I think I've seen. Almost a punch recoil from oatslice. Managed to punch the wall, however, Mario didn't quite leave out. Yo, look at these MIPS clips. Holy shit. They're just really good. This is impressive first race to say the least. Karin is playing close to really, really good Mario, however, really has not managed to pick up the lead. Like, you know, usually in most of these races where Karin's on 15 pace easy, you know, the other runner has made a mistake or two and is now 30 seconds to catch up. However, here, to be fair, oatslice has managed to keep up really well. Look at this. That is extremely high level gameplay. Honestly, if I'd be oatslice, I'd probably be bummed out. I'd be like, how the hell is this not winning? Zero cycle on Karin oatslice gets pole glitch, so a little bit of a strat variation. I think they'll both end up getting what they want. Indeed, they will be getting pretty similar cycles out in Fire Seat. And both of them getting burned twice and going in. Alright. Different strategy, same result. That was a proper demonstration right there. Interesting strategy from Karin there with the slide, with like the slide kick to reach Bowser's back. Works out. Knows I gets the throw, and here we are in a run here. What in the world, dude? This is unbelievably high level. The two runners have come out swinging. If we're wondering, Karin's BPT is not quite 1525. So. However, I think Karin's BPT does still beat oatslice's PB, so maybe oatslice is on PB pace at the end of the day. Because we are, like, eerily close. I don't think we're quite there, but it is close. Alright, let's see the backwards long jumps. These are very important. These could decide everything. And they both get out with identical BOJs. They go to TikTok clock and then turn at the same time, pretty much. I mean, Karin has like a 3-second lead, but like pretty much at the same time here on video. Karin gets the backwards long jump on the 70-star door a little faster. oatslice getting a little scammed by Mario there. Catched a few times, and there we go, losing some big time. Time for Bowser in the sky, a little bit of a safe triple jump. What is oatslice gonna do? Something needs to happen, some mistake needs to occur. So far, however, this has been a pretty mistake-free race from both runners. Oh, here. Oh my god. As soon as I say that, Karin misses the move in right, tries to back it up. Momentum was just not enough. And here we go. Karin falls down. And for the first time in Supernova, Karin is at risk of losing a point. The risk is real. Karin is significantly behind. Oh my god. oatslice can wrap this up with a 15. Needs to get these throws right though. There's not too much time to lose here. Gets one. This is a big important moment. The second throw, it's a big one. There we go, that's the second throw. Not too much time will be lost if we miss the third. And there we go, that's 3. Holy sh. And there we go. What an unforgiving race. Karin does pretty much perfect. Mario misses one thing, loses the point. Unbelievably impressive races here. Does Karin wrap this up with a 15 as well? I think we still do. Those are two supremely strong results. Looks awesome. Hello, runners.
Yo, what's good?
I mean, I just saw some crazy Mario. I don't. Those are two
Ooh,
very. Those are some very good runs there. But yeah, I was like, you
yeah,
managed the point with that 1544. So I guess how do you feel getting that first one?
yeah, that felt sick. I mean, 10 seconds off PB. That pillarless backup, dude. That
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
that was awesome. I practiced that a little bit, so I'm really glad that that paid off.
Yeah, that was like the big moment where like I get the time could have been lost, but no, you managed to always stick around and then yeah, Karin made the mistake and then boom, pounce on it and get the point. Which, by the way, first time that's ever happened.
First time what's ever happened?
First time someone has taken even a race off of Karin. So good job on that.
Oh, let's go.
That's good. So, and it wasn't a weak run. I mean, still 2:15s, but yeah, very well done.
A little bit shaky.
What a beginning. There is still more Mario to play. Indeed, there is. All right, I just gave a second to breathe. We I think we could head into race two, right? Cause yeah, there's best of
Yeah, yeah,
five.
I'm
Yeah,
good to go.
best of fives. They could be a lot of Mario. So yeah.
I'll just check my save file.
All right.
Yep, I'm good to go.
All right. Last count. All right, Karen's ready. So we will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Here we go. Race number 2 in what has proven to be a surprisingly complicated situation for Ken. You wouldn't expect it. oatslice coming in, sort of the more not gonna say not undeservingly, but like yeah, you would not expect the the outcome of the race to be like a semi-final because technically oatslice would have needed to do 2 upsets to get here, so like it would have been quite a surprise if it happened. However, no, oatslice has come in swinging with absolutely strong and has officially done something which even the virtual console world record holder Finney could not manage, which is take a point. So yeah, there's still a long road. The Japanese runner is absolutely not out. There is a lot of Mario, and as I said, the race one, it is technically the least consequential one, as there's the least at stake. However, it does still set the mood. How will Karin deal with the thought of losing? Personally, I'd say just honestly, just keep doing it. Keep doing what you do, because that last one, it was unbelievably good. It was still a 1555 while falling off Bowser in the sky. It's like you can't ask for too much more. Sometimes that'll work, but if you can just do that, it'll more times than not end up quite well for you. So I'd say keep doing that, Mario, and don't look back. You know, there are those runs where sometimes, you know, the opponent just locks in, but if you can just consistently pull off those 1555s or whatever, I think it'll work out more times than it won't. Bowser downs, this time going to oatslice. Last time it went to Karin. Tally? As usual. Yeah, heading into Juan's Fortress, it seems that the Karin Dark World just a little faster in general, at least the one being performed here in the race, because it does seem to earn some time just by happening. If you consider that Karin even got zapped by an amp while doing Dark World. Because of course there is the Twitch to Discord delay, so Karin is a little ahead than it looks. A little further forward. Heading into the Catalyst, this was a trick performed perfectly by both runners last time. Was like taking a little bit of time to set it up, but still is getting it right. What matters is indeed just getting it over the line. Because the big part is just getting it. If you get it a little slower, then like, okay, that's 5 seconds. But if you miss the trick, that's the big stuff. Owlus goes well for both runners. And this, yet again, looks like a very strong set of Womp splits. The runners are having quite, I mean, I don't know if they're having good luck. They're kind of just having good skill. They're playing absolutely top tier Mario. 215s in race 1. In race 2, we already have like some very good times heading out of Womp's Fortress. Near to no mistakes. Okay, it's just a little bit ahead. Here we have the pillarless. As soon as we stop bonking on walls, we will be having the pillarless. This was a big moment where oatslice managed to survive with a pretty legendary backup. Not sure if that's gonna work every time. Let's see what happens. This looks a lot better from oatslice. Yep, this is gonna this should work like a charm, and in fact it does. Karin just gets it. I don't think I've seen Karin throw away a bomb, honestly. I don't remember it happening. Genuinely unrivaled consistency in that trick. But yeah, oatslice gets through the pillarless hurdle in much better shape and is still keeping it close. There's a little bit of deja vu from the last race. It really, really is playing quite similarly. The two runners are doing a great run. Karen's is 5 to 10 seconds faster by just moving, just doing the things a little faster. That's a 10 seconds of PB difference. I mean, like, playing in Karen's favor. However, in general, oatslice is always making sure that if the mistake does come along, like it did in race 1, that ready to take home. And especially now, I mean, while we say that race 1 wasn't too important, if oatslice were to manage to take this another time, that would be 2-0, triple match point, which is a lot, and Karen's dead! Oh my god, the bully. Oh no, the bully hitbox. Pushing Mario outwards into the lava instead of inwards twice in a row. That is a extremely harsh death there. There you go, that is immediately there, but that is a huge amount of time lost. And for the first time in this race, we have a runner with a significant lead. It's a star. It's a star's worth of a lead. This is big news. And missing the third red coin. Okay, again, yeah, this is another rare thing. Karin needing to play catch up. Karin being put into situations never before in this tournament. Thanks to oatslice managing to pull off everything consistently, properly, correctly. Truly, so far, as far as the first half hour is concerned, just truly an all-star performance from the Australian runner so far. However, yet again, never call anything too early. Because the more time passes, the more pressure builds. But here, as you can tell, this is where the gap comes in. However, oatslice just doesn't miss a beat. Box up goes well. The death to bully really was quite an unfortunate one. It'll happen sometimes. Bully going the wrong way. Tries to back it up, and instead he pushes you out, but damn it. It is so much punishment for nothing. oatslice going for emergency exit. Getting it. Karin still keeping up that 1-star deficit. It's pretty stable at pretty much 1 star on the dot. oatslice doesn't go for it. The GTM slice, I guess we'll lose a little bit. A second or two there. But either way, oatslice leaving this with a 10:32, which is pretty definitively PB based. Like, this PB is a good ending. For sure, no questions asked. Which is just unparalleled. Karin about to leave, still with a solid 15 pace time, 10:52. Like, it's all a matter of perspective. In a lot of other races, that is a brilliant time to be getting higher. Like here, I mean, if your opponent is doing this, then that is becomes a complicated. It looks slow, but in reality, it is still quite fast. However, the truth of the matter is, the death by Karin has firmly landed the ball in oatslice's court. It is up to him. Okay, I'm getting chip clip. Let's go. Here we go. Another strong front sub. Just like last time. A bit of a ground pound there. Karen's turn to get front sub. There we go. Oh, missing the star. Oh no, that's gonna lag a bit. Lags for 2 to 3 seconds. But it'll be fine. Both sides gets the cycle with pole glitch. Not too bad, not too bad. All is well. Little bit of trouble. Karen also a little bit of trouble. Not going to be getting the cycle. Get burned twice here. No, there is no hope here. That is another absolutely major time loss. Yeah. Not quite landing the jumps on the platform. Instead landing them onto the lava. And here, there is valuable time. This does not look safe. Karen, in fact, is bailing on this idea. Karen doesn't seem too sure what strat to go for right now. Wants to grab the pole, wants to wall jump, wants to do many things, wants to go on the side. Just pretty undecided. And now, before it was something, now it is quite a bit. The lead is significant. Backwards long jumps for oatslice, who's still on a pretty darn good run. The mistakes has just not arrived. And the 50-star BOJ will lose some of that time, though. It is. You can lose so much time so quickly in backward long jump before you even realize it. And in fact, there it is twice. Attempt 2 has not gone well. Attempt 3 has not gone well. You see what I mean? The time starts bleeding by super quickly. And there we go. We are up. However, that will lose some time. Thankfully, the lead built up was quite significant. Oatslice on the 70-star BOJ is looking a lot sharper. Karin doesn't manage to get the 50-star BOJ first try, which is definitely going to help. Oatslice is called out. However, it is still, the Oatslice lead is significant. Let's see how it will go. Karin might get through the door there. Indeed we will. Oatslice is going for the triple jump, doing it quite well. We'll be heading up. Oatslice has definitely got some time to lose. I wonder if we'll be going safer here. If we'll be just going for a regular strat as last time. I think let's see. Okay, it'll be left. It'll be like a standing left thing. Alright, there we go. Nice. Safety first. That was a good idea. Very tactical. Making sure to dodge the Goomba. And here we go. In the pipe. With some time to lose. Last time the throws were perfect. Let's watch them this time. Oatslice the opportunity to go double match. No, to go, yeah, 2 points. That's the first throw down. The second is a miss. Hold up, hold the phone. That's really slow because he's gonna bounce twice and then drop and then come back and then crash the thing. There's some tunnel and then gets zapped. Oh my. It's not quite enough time lost to crawl back Karen back, especially because Karen also misses a throw. And there we go. Risk has been firmly avoided. There was a bit of danger there, however, last second comeback will not be happening. Just too strong through the rest of the run, oatslice, to be able to let these last few minutes catch up to him. 16:22, 16:28. Close times. Hello, runners.
Yo,
Yo, oatslice, you have done it again. You have taken another point. With that 16:22. How are you feeling about that one?
yeah, uh, yeah. The ending wasn't super clean, but yeah, I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, you thankfully played pretty like super well in the beginning, right? And you had that time to lose, but yeah, there was
Yeah, I mean, the fact
that
that it was
yeah.
like 6 seconds difference and there was a death doesn't fill me with confidence for the next round. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the early game. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, but as usual, yeah, both runners did really well. In on average, there were still those moments. Karen had that moment died to the bully stir, which is where most of the time loss came from, I think. Also, and then the moment that really caused the lead was missing that cycle. That was the big moments in the fire seat.
Yeah, I was ready for the race nerves. I was actually green on my PB out of Fire C, and that really that set me off.
Yeah, it was that was quite real. I mean, it was like you exited like HMC on like 10:32 or something with like that. Yeah, that's PBable for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and my PB doesn't get early cycle Fire C, so like as long as I'm within, you know, uh, a stone's throw from the run out of HMC. Like I feel like I can get green, but yeah, I forgot about it and it got there and I'm like, wait, this could PB. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, if you're ready, we can head into race 3, which is, already a match point. That is true.
I'll just double check the file. Yep. All right. I'm good to go.
Well, that's kind. Okay, I'll do the countdown. We will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Welcome to race 3. Triple match point for the underdog of the day. Oatslice coming in here, having only ever beaten Newman Beatbox about 2 months ago now. Compared to Karin, which has consistently won every race so far. And here we are in a very unique scenario. Where a potentially monumental upset is on the cards. I don't think, honestly, most people could reasonably predict it for this to be the situation after the beginning. This is a deal with, of course, like a tournament like this where every runner, has 15s and all that. Of course, everybody can just have that day and perform. However, like, it's about reliability. Ken has always reliably pulled off everything right. However, Here, we get a bit of a reminder of humanity, and while I've been saying that oatslice is having an absolute disaster in WJ, getting thrown out the pillar, not quite managing the long jump. Oh my, this angle's really weird. Leaves again. This is not the greatest beginning, to say the least. The nerves might be kicking in. This looks like he's gonna. No, wait, maybe not. No, 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 no. We got it back up. We got it back up. Okay, we're good. Okay, that is significant. That is a big one. That's like a minute. That is a problem. That will be. On to no slice for the rest of race 3. It's exactly what Karin needed though. You know, when you are in such danger of dropping down into the loser's bracket, you're just one losing race away from dropping, not making the winner's final. That is a tough position to swallow, especially when you're 0-2 down. Like it is a mountain to climb at the end of the day. Winning 3 races in a row is an absolute mountain, so at least you want to be able to begin that with some confidence, and having such a lead out of Dark Road will definitely help the early confidence to shine. And of course, there is an extra amount of pressure added onto the person with triple match, because you sometimes think that having a thing as a triple match point would make you more inclined to chill, because you've got 3 chances. However, there is the added on pressure knowing that at any one of these moments you have to win at some point. To win, you do need to just do it. Okay, and try and double jump outlets. That absolutely did not work. Interesting, because that was not the idea before. Okay. What in the world? Okay, I mean, sure, a bit of a time loss there. However, it's not going to be anything too major. That was certainly an interesting decision, though. Pretty sure in race 1 and 2, Karin went for a triple jump. Maybe, I know race 1 for sure. Maybe not race 2, but yeah, that was quite an interesting decision there. Did not pay off. Did manage to get back to it without like too many problems. 444 exit of Womps. For Ken. Looks like still has an entire star to do. It is still like the gap is still significant. However, yet again, you can't be playing. It's very easy to play with fire in these situations. Let's head into the shifting sandland. Oatslice with about 30 seconds to catch up. Will Karen give up those 30 seconds though? That is the question being posed. Pitiless, as usual, is not a dangerous trick. If we're talking about Karen, no problem whatsoever in the execution of a trick many find really tough. I did not originally make a prediction, by the way. That is absolutely my fault. I am terribly sorry. Oh, Slice is dying. Oh no. Did not quite sand 8 to the jump or something. That hurts right into the quicksand. That is a death that will only be amplifying The amount of lost time. You know, in a race that has usually been of this caliber, of a caliber of profession, it is easy to look at the state and go, okay, race decided. You can never truly know. It's all about having that faith. Bully this time will not be a hindrance to the Japanese runner. This is quite interesting. There is the technical, by the way. There is the technicality of, wow, indeed, Karin up until today hadn't yet lost, alright? Technically, oatslice had an either. oatslice, of course, had less total played races, only the two again new in V-Box over. Yeah, so far, oatslice has, in fact, not quite yet lost a race. So, technically, the act of potentially losing a race like this could be a new territory. And when people encounter new territories, they can potentially screw up. Oh my god, what is that ledge grabbing an unlucky portion of the platform where the fire spitter is located. There's a bit of messy movement, but a lot of this works out for oatslice. There, Karin gets the volcano start. And we'll be getting out of there just about now. Every minute that passes, that potential legendary sweep from oatslice looking a little bit more unlikely. It's still a little early to call. There have been quite a few late game mistakes from my Karin, such as in Fire Sea and Sky. VODs have not always been the greatest thing. We have not seen a flawless performance today. So it's always possible. GTM side goes quite well. Just now, oatslice is heading into Hazy Maze Cave. It's at least a minute. It really is. This camera is looking like the other game is in the middle. It's not quite as good as the first one, but it's not quite as the second one. It's in the middle of the road. There we go. This will close it out on a 10:34. Out of Hazy Maze Cave. oatslice still has 2 more stars to grab. So let's see. Will anything happen? oatslice needing to pull out the GTM side himself. To just try to not lose time. A little bit of a struggle there on the 30-star door. Just around 4 seconds. It won't be too bad. So far, all is well. Mistakes are minimal. and very acceptable when you've got this type of lead. The performance is definitely the one which can redeem this point out so far. Yeah, race is going pretty. Yeah, these races have been pretty good so far. oatslice pulling through 2 points. However, here this race had some major slip ups in the beginning, so it looks like Camel might be getting back into this one. It is still a long climb because beyond this race there are 2 more. Karin needs to win back to back. The reverse sweep has to happen for Karin to reach the final. The winners final. It is not the grand final, it is the winners final. There's a very special distinction. It's a little weird, but when you have a losers bracket, you have a final and then you have a grand final. That's why I have to say winners final is the final of the winners bracket, but it's not the final of the tournament. Whilst in the winners final, waiting on the other side is Xandri. Xandri managed to beat out Spenner in the other semifinal a few weeks ago in a 3-1. It was another quite a high level race. However, yeah, Xandri is waiting. oatslice. Maybe he wanted to even try the backwards long jump as a Hail Mary. Didn't quite manage to set that up. I think that was happening anyways. But yeah, no cycle. Yeah. Honestly, I guess it's fair. There is the gap is quite large. You need to try to make up as much time as possible. I get the idea. There we go. Solid BOJ from Karin. That is very good. It should be too much time to crawl back. Of course, we need to make sure Karin has already had troubles in Sky in the first 2 races. In the first race, fell off, missed the moving right. In the second race, did miss a throw, which didn't exactly matter, but it still did happen. Let's see here. There we go. This time it was very well executed. And heading into Bowser, with definitely the possibility of getting a 15 on the board just to resume operations. Let's see how these throws go. That will be 1. This will be 2. And finally, that will be 3. Yes, that is a very strong case of throws. oatslice trying ultimate Sky and not die into it. EOA. Lock it in. Karin lives on, not to be swept with a 1540. 1, 2. Let's autumn. Hello.
Yo.
So yeah, this race was a little bit less close. There was that immediate big slip up there at the beginning, which kind of, it set the mood, I'd say. Because when you
Yeah.
start off a minute behind into Elvio, like not into Elvio, into Dark World, it's kind of, it's a little complicated to crawl it back.
Yeah. I mean, I brought back like 2 seconds in once, I think, so that was pretty sick. It was
Yeah.
Killerless was really the no, it was rough from the start.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like 1540 is what can go. I don't even know that there wasn't really enough time to crawl back. You know, like even
No,
if you,
not at
yeah,
all.
yeah, even if you did everything perfectly, I don't know if it was like
Yeah,
possible.
even just like that pillarless death alone. Like
Yeah,
if LBLJ went perfectly, it was over.
yeah. Okay, not holding back. Guess that's what happens. But you know that's the but you know so that's the thing about winning the first two races. You know you lost one match point, you still got two more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
gotta think
Also, I'm
positive.
kind of glad I was behind the whole way because it meant that I got to watch that run, which was a pretty sick run.
It was very good.
Yeah, silver linings.
All right. So yeah, we will keep it moving. Oatslice, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right, Karen's ready. I'll do the countdown. We will begin race 4 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
So, Karin has come back with a very solid race 3 there. It was just a really good time. It could have, it honestly had the room to be a lot worse. Oslice had uh, some major slip ups, a dev, um, and all that. However, still, it's really good setup mode. Get that good run, which, I mean, Karin has had good runs. Karin got a 15 in race 1 and still lost it. Like, it's kind of tough to say that Karen's having a bad day, but, like, it's nice to have that run, which, like, 1540 is pretty much unbeatable for O-Slice. Unless O-Slice gets super close to PB, that's pretty much an unbeatable time. So it's nice to at least for the morale have that time set there, be like, I can do that. And that is step 1 of the climb for Karen to try to somehow reverse sweep the situation. However, here's the deal. Most of the best of 5 so far have ended 3-1. I'm pretty sure all of them, except the Finny one, where Karen swept Finny, um, in every situation, it has ended 3-1. So that is a very interesting potential theory. We have never seen a Game 5 in these best of 5 yet in this tournament, which is very interesting. And there will be big curiosity that'll happen. I'm not sure what cycle Oatslice is on. Whatever it is, it lost quite a bit of time. Because quite a common trend between the races, Karen Darkwood is just a bit faster. I don't know, it's always manages to be a few seconds ahead into the first fight. Was always a little bit of a nice beginning. Bowser dance, we have seen a lot of those. At least 3 has happened today. Karen does not take advantage though. No, they don't get the tail. What is this? Oh no, getting hit. Oh my god, okay, no more advantage. Little bit of a confusion happening there. Bowser dance, maybe even throws off. Karen there, missing the throw. Then, thought they had activated the tail thing. This one fast, you need to only walk up to the tail of Bowser. Then you can kind of grab it from anywhere. Need to only touch it. Karen did not manage to do that. That is why the time was lost. It went a pretty, if you consider the Twitch delay, The Karen's got it is pretty even. It is probably about 1 second behind. However, it does hurt a little bit. Can't get too nervous. The nervousness, it can easily ramp up when you are one step away from losing. Oatslice gets a nice catalyst, and so does Karin. This has been a trick that has been a certainty. No problems have happened today on catalyst. I think Ivor, maybe once or twice, needs to spend a little longer walking, but like other than that, no, this has kind of worked out. Right, curious to see what the Karin Owlus is. Okay, it is a triple jump Owlus. There was it is weird. I don't know. Last run, random double jump Owlus attempt, which failed. It was kind of very random. However, we are about to triple jump Owlus for Karin, so back to, I'd say, normality. Karin holding up a little bit too much, losing a little bit of time on the tree, but in general, you're back. Alright, Oatslice at about 440, Karin about 441. It is really about a second. You see what? In that race 3, the pressure probably got a little bit of alleviated, right? Because Karin had that point pretty safe for most of the race. This is not safe. Oatslice doing managing quite well the early game, which means this is when the pressure cooker starts frying. This is when where it needs to be. Alright. Let's hear the pillarless Oatslice has had a few issues. Usually it's worked, but not this time. Bomb leaves him. Bomb has left the scene. And as usual, Karin just gets it. Really, Karin does not miss pillarless. It just doesn't happen. It's just not possible. I don't know what to say. It's truly impressive consistency. Slice did manage to at least back it up. This is a little weird. Oh my god, managing to claim that either way. Karin seems to have. I don't even know what happened. What happened? Well, it was. I mean, got too slow. That I can tell, but like, how? How did that happen? What's it like falling into the sand or something? Looks like needs to get the bird. Seems to have forgotten? Yeah, seems to have forgotten that the bird was the starting it and not the pyramid one. That little mistake from Oatslice will be enough to equalize the oopsie Karin gave during the Klepto start. I mean, Karin still keeps the keeps a lead heading into Lethal Lava Land. Lethal Lava Land is that stage. Right there in the smack dab in the middle run. It's the halfway point. Oh, Karin missing her red and then getting burned. That is a unfortunate set of movement. The turning radius falling off the platform into the lava. We're trying to turn back to get the red coin. Hurts him with that one. It was like punching a bully. Side hop is Very solid. We go Volcano Star. Landed well. I'm not exactly sure who has the theoretical lead here. I think it is Karin. Right? Yeah. It's not by a lot, but yeah, it's by a bit. Okay. $8.54-ish, 9:03. 9 seconds, 10 seconds around is the time that Karen's got to work with. So far leading. Race 4. If Karen wins this, we have got a game 5. The race to decide all races. oatslice having troubles with this box jump. That camera angle's weird. Still surprisingly manages it. Very impressive back up there, I'd say. Rare to see people try the box jump again when the camera goes weird. Usually, you know, bail to emergency exit or something, but managed it there. However, will still lose just that little amount of time. That will make Karen just a little bit more ahead. As usual, there isn't that much time to lose here. Otis has made sure to keep relatively close. Rather close. With a solid, strong run. And in these situations, we have seen Karen, in fact, slip up. Hand the lead over. 10:55 exit for oatslice. Karen's was around. Yeah, it's about 10 to 15 seconds. No risk in the MIPS grab. oatslice does get the punch grab. Pretty good at that. To be fair, not too many issues. Karen gets a very nice MIPS clip. oatslice so far matching it. 30 star door. Yep, indeed. Very fast. Chip clip also successfully landed. oatslice does not attempt it, as we have seen in the races today. Fronts up time. This has been a functional trick for both runners who have yet to miss it. I hope I did not just jinx oatslice. Please, please get this. I'd be... Okay, I jinxed it. No way, bro. No shot as soon as I say that. I had a feeling. Alright, there we go. Not too bad. On N64, it does of course lose quite a bit more time thanks to lag. Kadar also does not hold back on losing frames, that's for sure. Their cycle ended up quite well for Karen. oatslice having trouble with the Poglet setup, just immediately bailed and tried to overdo it. I have no idea if this works. I think it should. Yeah. Yeah, managed to deviate before trying. That was a very clutch decision to not miss the cycle. However, so far, still the keys to the castle of this race are still in Karin's hands. Getting into backwards long jumps. You never know what's going to happen in these. You really never do. Here we go. Better than not, usually in backwards long jumps. Let's see if this will be any different. That should be through the door. In fact, it is. That is a very nice 50-star BOJ. That leaves almost no time to be crawled back by oatslice here. 70 stars, even more instantaneous. Not even a little jump. Just immediate. oatslice also immediate on the 50-star though. Trying to at least keep up in case of a Karin fall. Which of course we did see that back in race 1. 70-star. Taking a little longer, but oatslice still gets in there. Right, it's time for the moment. Karin screwed up completely the setup and just decided to completely bail and go for no side at all. Very, very respectable decision if you have the lead. Needs to be ready to deal with the cycle though of these elevators, which is a thing I have seen happen. Runner doesn't go for any side and then doesn't know what to do. Not ready, but there we go. It's kind of crazy. Look, so far as you can tell, yeah, Karin had definitely that time to work with. Oh no, got hit by Bowser. However, it definitely did shrink the lead significantly because oatslice did get it. That is throw 1. Does that land? Oh my god, it barely does. oatslice gets the throw. And that should land. There we go. Karin's pole gambit works out. Even though it could have very easily gone wrong. And Karin just sneaks in a 15:57 and has successfully sent this race to game 5. That's awesome. Hello, runners.
Yo.
So Karin has managed to take this with that 15:57. oatslice, you know, much better than the last one, than the last race,
Yeah.
than that race 3. It did not quite manage to make it.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah. Look, if it went for that DDD, it would have been. I think it would have been pretty much tied up. So that's a little bit
Yeah.
of consolation. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to game 5. This will be really fun.
Yeah, indeed. We have Karin has successfully managed to send us to the first game 5 of the tournament since every other match ended in 3-1 or 3-0, you know. So yeah, this is the first time that has happened.
Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, the stakes are on. oatslice, would you say you're ready?
Actually, just give me 1 minute if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. That is fair. We have just had 4 16-star races in a row at the back. Giving the players a little bit of the break is valid.
All right. I'm good to go. Sorry about that.
All right. Oh, that's Karen. All right, Karen's ready, so I will do the countdown. We will begin game 5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
And welcome to the final race of the day. Karin versus oatslice has gone the distance to figure out who will face Xandri in the winner's final. oatslice has come in swinging in the first 2 races. Great performances, almost PBs at 9 to Proquel. However, since that moment, since race 2 victory, Karin has also locked in, has got 215 since then, 1540, 1557, and has managed to take advantage of the not so great oatslice runs, which by not so great I just mean they're like low 60s, which is very acceptable. However, in this level, that is kind of what happens. Yeah, the pressure's on. Who will deal with the pressure best in this 16-star run? It wouldn't, of course, be the end of the road for whoever loses. However, it does certainly feel like a big moment. Oh no, Karin needs to somehow clutch this up. What's a clutch? Managing to talk to the Keter and still get into Dark Road. That is truly... I don't think I've ever seen that before. To be honest, that is quite a rare backup. That does lose Karin some time. Heading into this Dark Road. Looks like it's getting zapped by the amp. In red coin number 5. Oh god, Karin had a weird jump there. Still managed it. In these first 2 minutes, Karin has been so close to absolute disaster. Time and time again, but has still managed to clutch up and still be, I think, technically... No, they're pretty much tied. They're pretty much tied. Karin might be like a second behind. No Bowser dances in game 5. oatslice not quite pull the throw, a little limp. And that will be just enough to get Karin a little bit of a lead, a few seconds. Heading into Worm's Fortress. Big stuff. However, no big mistakes to start off things. The runners have managed to get these runs past the line of early mistakes, which you never know. Dark World and LBOJ can always lead to dumb things happening. They truly, truly can. Right, here we are heading into the catalyst. Kind of a little bit of a mistake in the early movement. Is that going to be good enough for Karin? No, it won't. Oh no. That's the first catalyst miss of the day, possibly at the worst moment. The camera angle. Not letting him wall jump. That is significant time loss. That one hurts, and the oatslice has got some time to work with now. Heading into the Owlus. Scoring up the movement, scoring up the wall jump to get there. Triple jump time. Will this work out? It will. Karin needs to go get Catalyst this time more than ever. There's no backup this time, however. Does manage to get it. The time loss is not that bad, but it's pretty bad. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely something significant there. Both sides will have at least 10 seconds to work with. I see the extra time there will be 4:42. Karin with this outlet slipping out. Oh no! It didn't work. Oh my. That's at least 20 seconds with that one then. 4:54. And maybe it's the nerves. Maybe the nerves are catching up. This is Big Womp's Fortress. Did not do good for Karin here. Shifting Sandland. oatslice has had troubles with this. With Pillarless sometimes. Just throws away the bomb. Doesn't believe in it. Takes the quick backup option. This doesn't lose too much time. Karin's turn on the Pillarless. This is a little weird because Mario was not very well angled. However, Karin will never miss it. oatslice explodes. Still has another backup. The bird will be arriving. Will it be arriving in time for oatslice to get it? Yes, it will. Time losses are catching up. However, it's still not too bad. Wait a minute. Oh my god, almost dying. Oh my god, so close. That was so close to missing. Oh my god. Playing with fire. And oatslice just dips. Doesn't do Pillarless. Doesn't try it. No more backups. Too risky. Game 5, big pressure. Goes to get a star somewhere else. Are we doing... What are we doing? Are we doing both volcano stars? Is that what's happening? Are we doing both of these? So this Karin will be exiting. Shifting Sandland. I believe still behind. I mean, behind on star count so far, but... I'd say still behind in general, because... Yes, there were the time losses, however, it wasn't, like, too bad, because both of them had backups. Yeah, we'll be going for Lava Boost. Not quite done that today, however, does manage to get it this time. Both Volcano Stars. oatslice so far seems to have worked out. That was a big moment. Bully also goes well for Karin. This Lava Boost could have honestly been a decisive decision. To potentially the outcome of this match. The volcano movement is not perfect, but it will get the job done. At least for the time being, Karin has more stars. Like, got the 9th star a bit earlier. Did get, I believe, a quicker star. This is truly, I say, very close. Side hop for both of them. Works out for Karin, not for oatslice. Oh no. Big moment. Needs to go for it again. That should work. It will work. That is a bit of time loss. And I think now the lead might have been handed over. I think now it might have happened. This is probably the most mistake-filled race of like this match so far. However, when the pressure is high, this is what happens. We will be getting these mistakes. They will be happening. It's truly difficult to keep the ice in these moments. oatslice not quite a perfect bully. Karin in the lead. Karin in the lead by like 10 seconds. $8.58, 9:08. Hazy Maze Cave, here we go. There's always a stage where bad things can happen. Boss jump is the first of the stars. Oh, Karin screws it up the first time. Goes for the second. We'll be getting it this time. Oatslice's turn. Could gain some time back here by getting it. Is in fact going to be getting it. Saving some time there. Crawling back. Second by second. Now it's time to talk to Toad. The lead, I think it's about 5 seconds now. Here we go. Karin will be going for that GTM slide. The boulder says no. There we go. Emergency exit for Oatslice does go quite well. This is a close battle. This is a close battle. So far, Karin's edging it out, but there is not much room for mistakes. And mistakes have been a theme of this race. You never know when they're gonna happen. You're never truly safe in this race. No star gives you safety. Karin will be leaving at 10:49. Oatslice, who got bouldered also. Bad boulder RNG got 10:57. It's time for the MIPS. Here we go. MIPS grabs went well for both runners. Karin getting past the first door very well. Oatslice also going to be doing it very well. Karin struggling on the 30 door, getting it this time. Not bad. Into dire docks we go. As Ken has that lead, holds that lead, but it's minimal. It is not big. Chip clip will still be attempted, and it will be landed. It won't be that thing here. Runs up another moment, which in the past races has proven to be big in the past race. Usually it goes well, but you never know. The pressure's on. The inputs are precise. With fronts up. Oh, and Karin slips out. Oh no, that is big. Oatslice gets it. And Karin also gets it on the second try. And I think we're tied. I think we're tied. We are genuinely tied here. At least the timers seem to convey that way. We are pretty much evened out into the Bowser in the Fire Sea. The cycles here are an important thing not to miss. Oatslice seems to be getting the pole glitching in, and the Karin Zero cycle seems to be going quite well as well. There don't seem to be troubles. Wait a minute, Oatslice, where did Oatslice fall? What? How did that happen? How did that happen? Oh my god. Did Oatslice missing something? Falling down again, risking it too much to panic from that moment. This is the classic. When you are behind and you try to go too fast and lose even more time. It's a classic trap. Everybody falls onto. They try a risky thing and they just end up losing more time than if they had just been normal. That does truly hurt. And that is an absolutely gigantic time loss, and it hurts because it absolutely did not have to happen. It was safe. It was looking good. Osa was in the lead and looking sharp. There it is. Big moment. Not over yet. Absolutely not over yet. Have you seen the amount of chaos that's happened in this race and you want to say it's over? No, it's not over. Backwards long jumps. Here we go. 50 star BOJ for Karin. is really, really good. That is a class. First class backwards long jump. As outside this, just about to open up the door. The 70-star backwards long jump will be landed quite well. It is a little slow because we need to walk all the way back, but it's not bad. What matters is that it gets landed. Oatslice. Oh my god, getting scammed. Mario almost catching 1 million times. And not quite there, getting through the door. It'll be interesting to see what Karin does here. Remember, Karin went for no poles in the previous race. Does have a lead here as well. However, it's yet again, it's not absolutely that big. Ursa getting the 70-star BOJ. Rather instantly. And Karin, no, Karin doesn't try. Karin's too nervous to dare. There's a lead here. No poles yet again. Needs to not screw this up. Isn't screwing it up as it seems. And holy. Here we go into the throws. For the reverse sweep, V-Stars need to land. Because O-Slice is, at the end of the day, not too far behind. It's not too much. Here's one. That's one. Will it be two? It'll be two. Will it be three? Will Karin leave room for error? It will. Hold on. There's room for error. There's room for error. And there we go. Nothing will be happening. O-Slice misses a throw. Karin lands the third one. And falling off the stage or something. In the race, number 3. No, number 5. Karin manages to get the 3rd point. And successfully reverse sweeps Oatslice in an absolutely incredible series of matches. Hello, runners.
Yo.
Karin has done it. What a race. I mean, I guess it makes sense that race 5 would be the race with the most, like, mistakes, you know? Like, on average, I think this was the race with the most, like, errors.
Yeah. I mean, not from my end.
I mean, yeah. I guess, Osas, I just need to ask you, what happened in Fire Sea? Because, like, I wasn't looking. You were looking good,
Oh.
and then something happened. I don't know, like...
Yeah. So, after that side flip, if I'm on pace for Ultimate Cycle, I do like a little BA rollout on that ramp, and I'm not exactly sure what happened because that has never happened in practice. Normally, he just jumps. I'm not really sure why I got a jump dive. I must have like mistimed the inputs so badly that like the B came out after the A instead of before. So I've never, it's never happened in all the time I've practiced it. Normally it just means that I like have to get a later early cycle, but yeah. Learn something new every day, I guess.
That is the harsh truth of races. When you only have like that one opportunity, maybe something random will happen.
Yeah, bit unlucky, I think, but whatever.
Yeah. Still very good race. In the meantime, the winners final will be between Karin and Xandri. That will be what will be happening in the winners final. Meanwhile, in the losers bracket, Oatslice will be dropping into LTA L, which has Sunnerd, Mickey, and Zoomy in it. So I guess I'll ask you: do you think you'll be able to do a run in the loser bracket? Do you think you'll be able to try to reach the final that way?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to our rematch, Karin.
All right.
No, Xandri's pretty good. Like it'll be an awesome winners final. I'm really looking forward to watching that. But I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
It does have the setting for a classic match.
Yeah,
A match for the
dude,
ages.
I'm just so happy. Like, I obviously got here without winning
I
another
sure.
race,
I sure.
and I'm so happy that this wasn't just a
Yeah.
3-0. Like,
Yeah. It was
yeah,
a
I
yeah.
was so terrified that was going to happen.
It was an interesting technicality where like technically like Karin heading into this match hadn't lost a race, but technically you hadn't either. You know, like you just did less total races to get here.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, no, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
I'm really happy I was part of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was very fun to watch. That was fun to cast. That was fun to everything. I have no idea who I could raid. I don't know if Karen could be is live. I could just like we're gonna stay live. I don't know. I could just raid that. But let me, you know, I'll do that. Or no, hold on. Actually, no, change of plans. Hold on. What will I do? Uh, not many people are live right now. Category is kind of dead at this hour.
Yeah, the Australian time slot.
I've rated Zumi a bunch of times, but I'll have to. But I'm doing it again. I don't. It's actually Zumi's always live. Let's do that then. So, thanks to everybody for watching this epic match between Karin and oatslice. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the players for playing. Thank you. For delivering the epic race. And we will see you sometime this week, probably for this week or this weekend for an LTA. Not sure when exactly. We will be back though within not too long, and we will see you later. Goodbye.